Hi friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, currently 9th grade, 4th grade, kindergarten, and preschool. On this channel, I like to share mostly secular homeschooling, but I also share things about motherhood, having a larger family, traveling, our lives in general, and everything in between. So today's video is take 3 because I've recorded this video not once and not twice, but this is now the 3rd time because the first and second time I didn't hit record. Y'all, I did it not once but twice. So now I can see that it's actually recording and I'm going to record this video. And it is co-op class ideas for older students. So I have shared before what I teach at co-op. I have a video here. I have a couple videos, so I might put a couple of them up. I'll definitely link them down below. But I typically teach younger kiddos. And so you guys had asked, or I got a question asking for ideas for older kiddos. So since I don't actually teach these, I'm not going to give like full class descriptions, but I am going to give you guys some ideas of class offerings that we've had in our co-op in the past. So let's dive in. Okay, so the most popular classes the last few years have been drama. Our kiddos are loving that drama class. We're just now offering it every semester, or every semester, because the kids love it. They've done things like improv, they've put on plays, they've done like little individual group activities, you know, like individual group songs or scenes, things like that. It's just been a really great class that the kids are loving. And then the other one that the kids have been loving has been dystopian novels. And so basically these are like, they assign a couple of chapters each week, they read the chapters and they discuss it in class and do activities based on that. They did like a diorama, they wrote a paper, all kinds of different things that they've done there, and the kids seem to be really enjoying that class, so much so that they were disappointed that we weren't offering it for a 3rd time in this coming semester. So that was that. And then we had a climate science innovations class. I think she used so I've been talking about big history project here. There's world history project. I think they have a climate one as well, and I think that's what she kind of covered in the class. And so that's an idea. We have had music makers and 21st century technology. Not music makers, it's 21st century technology and music. And so they talked about like music in the 21st century and how they use technology, and then he taught them how to use some of the technology as well. So that one was really really great. And then I taught a fiber arts class that you could definitely offer for high school students. I talked about it in my last video, but basically I taught crochet, knit, sewing, and embroidery, and so you could definitely adopt that to older kids. Well, another one that was really great that the kids did, or that they did, it was kind of more for like a upper elementary to high school, like, because we try to offer some classes that have really large age ranges, but you could also, you know, obviously adopt this to a high school class. But it was exploring the world through food, and so it was like a geography class where they learned about different places and they learned about the cultures and things like that, but they had food every single week that applied to that country. And so I thought that was such a great idea, and it was super fun. The smells coming from that room were always amazing. So that was another one. And then we have had wars, plagues, and other disasters. So that was like a history class learning about wars, plagues, and other disasters, which was, they seemed to really enjoy that class as well. I've taught a board games class before, which you could, you know, obviously it could be like a cooperative game. We've gotten requests for Dungeons and Dragons, which you could totally do. We have had a chess class in the past. So like different, you know, you could teach cooperative games, you could teach, you know, there's so much kids can learn through playing games. There's Cytosis and Timeline and all these games that are like actually educational games, so you could use those. So that would be another idea. We had, let me see, I'm looking at my past schedules here. Coming up, we have a guided art. We've definitely always had like an art class. So then we had a guided art, a 2D art, a 3D art. We've had all kinds of different arts classes that have been offered. I taught a math art class, so like using art, like learning math concepts through art pieces, which was really fun. It just searched math art on Google or like Pinterest. I found a lot of stuff on Pinterest for that class. You could definitely adapt that to an older class. We've had a writing class in the past. We've had a fractions class in the past. Like if you're going to do a math class, I suggest like picking like a certain like topic and doing it on that topic. But all of those would be great. Science classes tend to be a little bit harder to do in a co-op situation, but you could have just like a science lab class. That would be something that you could do. This coming semester, we'll be offering a speech class, which I think is going to be really great. You know, it's doing speech class, you know, doing a speech course at home. Who are they going to give that speech to? You know, doing it in a co-op environment, they at least have an audience built in. So I think that's going to be really great. And we're also offering a financial literacy class, which one of the dads in our co-op is a tax person. I can't think of the name right now. But he's going to come and teach a financial literacy class. So that is going to be really great. Another great class that you could do for older kiddos is like a jobs class. So we've done this for younger kiddos before, but this is definitely something you could do for older kiddos because they're going to be starting to look at like jobs. And so what you could do is just have different public speakers, or not public speakers, but different speakers come in and talk to them about their job and what they do. And most of the time you're going to have a pretty easy job of finding people who are willing to come and talk to, you know, teenagers about what they do and why they think they should do it as well. So those are all ideas that we have. Most of them we've had actually had them done in our co-op, but some of the other ideas I kind of just threw out there at you. I taught a civics class and we used iCivics. I have a video on that right here. That could definitely be adapted for an older group of kiddos. The classes that we've offered before that haven't really had the biggest success were things like PE classes. The teenagers just don't seem to want to do that. But that is something you could offer if you had a group of kids who just wanted to play together. But those classes tend to work better for younger kiddos. But that is something you could offer. And then let's see, what else is there? So some other classes that we've taught for younger age groups that could definitely be adapted for older age groups are like a bunch of history classes. So like I taught an ancient history. So we did Egypt and like a couple other ancient cultures, and then the next class was like Greece and cultures around that same time, and then the next class was medieval times. You know, so you could make this like a series of classes where you would learn about, you know, different time periods, because it's hard to do a whole history class in one you know, semester class. Our co-op is only 1 hour every 12 weeks, so there's not a lot you can squeeze into that, but if you break it up into those little segments, that makes it a lot easier. We're having a class that's going to be offered that's Native Peoples of the U.S. That we're offering for younger kiddos, but you could absolutely adapt that to older students. So that would be something that you could do where you look at all the different tribes, do a different tribe each week. That would be something that could be really fun. An oceanography class could be really fun for older kiddos. All kids love the ocean, so you could learn about that. If you live somewhere near the ocean, you could take a field trip to do that. Looking at like what kind of field trips are offered around you would be kind of a good place to start, because you could teach a class on, like, we have a cave close by where you can go tour a cave. So you could do a class on cave systems, or underground, and we live in Florida, so you could teach about like the limestone and like all the things underground. And then you could go tour a cave at the end of it as as your last final activity. So kind of looking at like what's around you, kind of looking at, history is really good to do in a cooperative setting. Science is really good to do in a cooperative setting. All the speech, drama, things where you need other kids to make it exciting are good ideas to do for classes. Yeah, that's kind of what I've got for you today. I don't know that I have much else. So, but if you've taught in a co-op setting and have ideas, please share those down below. We're always looking for ideas within our own co-op. I know people are asking this question, so there are other people out there looking for ideas as well. So share them down below with us. While you're down there, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, ring that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. And that's all I've got to share with you guys today. So I hope you'll come back and talk to me again soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.